welcome back, everyone, to Halloween Haunts 365. I'm Jared.
And I'm Terry.
And we're doing a John review today.
Yes.
He headed out to Scream-A-Geddon. It's a little late. It's September 21st, 2025. But I've been busy.
We have been.
As you can see, there's been nonstop videos on the YouTube channel. All right. Scream-A-Geddon. Down in Florida. Let's check it out. He's got a little walkthrough video for us, so let's look at that. That's our crackhead squirrel correspondent.
John, you need to slow down. And kind of move your finger.
I left that all in there just to make fun of him. All right, but they got a couple attractions here. They got Kilgore's 3D Circus. They have damn, you wrote a lot. Ravenhill Asylum. They have Bloodwater Bayou, Demon's Revenge, and Breach. So it's House of 5 attractions. Looks like a pretty big midway. Let's play the first scoring video for Kilgore's 3D Circus. Get into it. Kilgore's Circus actors. Says actors were really intense in here, especially in the last room where you walk into a mirror maze whiteout room and you're surrounded by real and fake clowns. He only took a point off because a lot of them just scream in your ear, which can get annoying.
Yeah, that can be.
Duration of 5. You were in there a good 7-8 minutes, depending on how fast you walk through it. One good thing you notice about this place is that most of the attractions, they send you in groups of 2. Oh, can make it for a long night on a busy night, though.
Yeah.
Secondly, they don't rush you through the attractions unless you really hold stuff up, which I would. Fear Factor 4. Definitely not the scariest house, but it got a few jumps out of John. Lighting of 4. Your typical fun house lighting, but it did look pretty, especially that queue line. Cool. Makeup and costumes of 3. Okay, biggest gripe was that I had to say some of the makeup was actually bad. But there were a few standout ones, like the clown in the train room and the 2 clown purgers. But everyone else looked like they just didn't care. So they rushed through the behind-the-scenes people.
Yeah.
Happens. Immersion of 5. I gotta say, everything was on point. Smells, effects, lighting. Honestly, felt like you were really walking through a circus. The best thing through is this year, they actually have a story to it instead of just killer clowns.
That's cool.
Intensity of 4. Not the scariest house, but man, that last room with all the clowns and mirrors were amazing.
I would do absolutely horrible one there.
Never forget the scream you had at Hershey, where she jumped out of the mirror at you. You lost your
Yes.
shit. I thought you were gonna break the whole scene down. Scenes 4. Now I'm only taking a point off due to the fact that they compared to the other attractions here. I felt like this is the redheaded stepchild, kind of like how Jared treats me.
Ah!
But the scenes in here were still pretty impressive, especially when you're walking through the midway segment. Sound the music at 3. Your typical clown sounds and music, nothing special and not loud enough. Special effects at 5. They had everything from chest high laser swamp maze to getting shot by water guns. Also, a big shout out to the giant puppet clown and Snakehead. Giving that attraction a 4.1. So he did leave some notes. He said, in his own opinion, this is still one of the weakest houses here, but it's still a good clown haunt. This is the first year they changed it from when I was there last in 2023. It was pretty much the same exact haunt with a few new scenes thrown in, but overall, it's worth a walk through. His third favorite scene was the clown mirror maze. Imagine you're in a giant mirror walkway and you have to walk the room in a spiral to get out, and of course, every other clown is a real clown. Pretty cool.
That is cool.
Second favorite scene, the laser mazer. I'm guessing the laser maze. They make you walk through a laser swamp maze that goes chest high and each corner has a clown in it. Cool concept, but if you have a clown in every corner telling you where to go, it kind of kills the whole main maze aspect. Yeah.
Yeah.
First favorite scene, the midway segment. Imagine you're walking through Point Pleasant, surrounded by boardwalk games, food. So like the boardwalk. Okay.
So the boardwalk scene.
Very cool. All right, so that's Kilgore. Should we get in the Raven Hill?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Perfect.
All right, let's do it. Ravenhill Asylum, Actors 5. These fuckers are intense. Especially if you have the interactive glow band on, which allows them to touch, grab, and separate you. Yes. Hands down, best actor had to be the guy in the bathroom with the plunger on his head and he was covered in poop. Well, anyway, the man pulled me into the bathroom stall and made me stick my hand in the toilet. Now, this toilet was really clogged with shit, and let's just say, once I picked up a piece of crap, the toilet shot me in the face with
Oh my god.
he touched the poopy. Now, I don't read these when John sends them in, so I'm reading them fresh on the podcast. You guys are getting the same thing as I'm getting. I find it more entertaining that way. Duration 5. This haunt was roughly 10 minutes because of the interaction, but if you don't have the band on, it's half that. Wear the band. Always wear the band.
Always.
Stop being a bitch and wear the band.
Right, you're paying all that money.
You might as well wear the band.
Wear the band.
It's like Hershey with the don't scare me thing. Don't go.
Right.
Don't go.
And that was like the blood package.
Well, Universal started it too. Why are you spending money to go to horror nights if you don't want to get scared?
Right.
It's not cheap to go there.
No.
It's not part of the park. You actually literally have to go for
the haunts.
Yeah. You have to literally leave the park to go back in. Why go back in?
It doesn't make sense.
Stop being a bitch. Enjoy Halloween. All right. I'm back down. Once Sammy showed me that picture that I lost full fucking in control of my brain.
Picture.
She was the first one to show me that they had that badge.
Oh, the no scare badge.
At Universal Halloween Horror Nights. Why? Don't fucking go. It's that easy. My kids don't go. They don't want to be scared, so they don't go. Common sense. Teenagers. All right, we're back. We're back in Ravenhill Asylum. Okay. I'm turning red.
Fear factor.
Thanks, babe. I got put into a body bag and they literally carried me to the start of the haunted house again. I had to walk through alone. People were jumping off the walls. This was scary as hell.
And that was a 5.
You got put in the body bag? I thought they go to Florida.
I
What's the
know.
weather like? What do the flights look like? I don't be in a body bag.
And then carried him to the start of
And they
the
had
house.
he had to redo it by himself. I do once alone.
Remember
all the
how
time.
Terror Behind the Walls was? That was like
Yep.
that. You had to start all
They drag her
over
ass into a
jail cell, and you
Yep.
ended up in the beginning again.
back when it was good.
All right, back here to lighting a 5.
We gotta get through this review. Lighting a 5. The lighting in this house was spot on perfect. Makeup and costumes a 5. This is getting a perfect score just because of the inmate in the bathroom had a plunger on his head.
Was covered in shit.
Immersion of 5. I gotta say, I can proudly compare this to Brighton when they used to do their contact nights. Scream-A-Geddon makes sure you're fully immersed, especially if you're wearing a necklace which allows contact. If you're not wearing a necklace, you're missing a lot, and I mean a lot. I got cremated, and when they pulled me out, I got asked how come I didn't turn into cookies. But I will say it generally felt like you were in an asylum in Florida. Intensity of 5. If you're wearing the contact necklace, you're in for a wild ride. I got put into a body bag, carried to the middle point of the haunt, and had to walk through again. But there are really intense and crazy. Haha, see what I. That always leaves jokes in here.
Scenes of 5.
One of the best scenes was the queue line where the head nurse was bullying you till you signed the guest list for the asylum. It genuinely felt like you were walking through a reception area. Scenes were fully dressed from top to bottom. Nothing looked out of place. So let's say if you left the dentist room, it doesn't put you into a random cell afterwards. All right. So it had the flow. The sound effects made this house 100 times scarier. 5. Special effects of 5. One of the best effects I've seen was when you're walking through the janitor's closet, you hear cracking noises and the walls cave in on you.
That's so cool.
American Airlines. We could get there tonight.
Yeah, to a haunt and then fly back.
Fuck yeah.
The red line.
We've done
or
dumber
red
shit.
eye.
Attraction over a 5. This is definitely one of the best attractions they have here. If you don't do the interactive, you're missing out. Third favorite scene, the body bag room. I had the choice of being put on the wall or the table. It didn't matter at all. I got put on the wall and the lady zipped me up in the body bag and made me stay in there for a good 3 minutes.
Holy crap.
Second favorite scene, the queue line. The head nurse makes you sign into her asylum and it wasn't anything scary, just the scene was beautiful. And then his first favorite scene is when he had to play with the poopy. All right, so we're heading into Bloodwater Bayou. Hopefully I don't go into any tangents.
Perfect. All
Stillwater Bayou, actors of 5. Another standout attraction for the actors, very in your face and don't hold back at all, especially the chainsaws. Duration of 5. He's saying 8 minutes. Fear factor of 4. This is more of a story house than a scary house. Didn't start getting scary till about the end. Lighting of 5. Love the lighting effects and the laser swamp tunnels you walk through. Shit, even when you're walking through the queue, it's like walking through the haunt. Makeup and costumes of 5. Some of the best costumes were in this house. The first scare you see is a voodoo priest in a tux.
Oh.
But the best was the 6'3", 280-pound Jason with a custom mask who chased the shit out of him with a chainsaw.
Oh.
It was a big Jason.
That is a big Jason.
Immersion of 4. So the only problem I had with it is you were able to see a lot of the wires and behind the scenes stuff in here. Especially when they used the big puppet, you could see the actor controlling it. I totally understand something that's hard to hide, but there's ways to make it less noticeable.
Yeah.
Can't say I've ever seen an actor using a puppet in a haunt.
No, because they're all hidden very well.
Yeah. Maybe you just caught a pinched nerve with my neck. Well, how that happened. Haunt injuries. Intensity of 5. I love the intensity of the actors at Scream-A-Geddon overall. Some of the best actors here. Even the effects were on point from the giant snakehead to the guy chasing you on the roof with a chainsaw. Scenes 5. Very beautiful scenes, especially when you're walking through the swampland. The line worker told us that last year they actually had a few gators actually get into the attraction.
Oh.
Fucking Florida. But this attraction scenes were really beautiful. I mean, how can you go wrong with a bayou house?
Wow.
I would shit myself if I saw a real gator.
Especially in a haunt. Like, you don't know if that's real or not.
You're going to know that's real.
It's coming at you. Yeah.
You can tell the difference between a real gator and an animatronic.
It depends on how dark it's in there.
You're still going to tell. It's going to move differently. Just run slanted, I heard. Run diagonal.
Yeah, diagonal because they can't.
The fuck do I know? I've never seen an alligator. Now, I feel like Sound of Music of 4. Now, I feel like they could have added a few sound effects here and there to make it more interesting because some parts were too quiet. But the first room you walk into and hear the piano cello going off, amazing. Special effects of 4. It would have gotten a 5, but if you could see the workers controlling it, it took me out of it. Giving it a 4.6. This is one of the new attractions here. He believed the last time he was there in 2023. Very beautiful attraction, and he loved the chainsaw actors. His third favorite scene, the cemetery chainsaw maze. He got surrounded and chased by 3 motherfuckers with chainsaws. No matter which way I went, they always managed to cut me off, and I messed up by going down a dead end. Yeah, a lot of fun. 10 out of 10. There's no 10s, John. He did put a half in there.
That was just... I love when he does the half.
Second favorite scene, the outdoor segments walking over collapsing bridges and getting followed by ghillie suits. That's horrifying. First favorite scene, even though I took a point off for it, but the giant snake head coming out and trying to eat you.
I would have died.
All right, let's head into Demon's Revenge.
Perfect.
All right, Demon's Revenge gave all 5s. For John, that's a little rare.
Yeah, that is rare.
All right, actors 5. This house definitely had the best actors in it throughout the whole Scream Park. Even though a lot of them just screamed in your ear, the rest of the actors were really, really good. Duration, it was 10 minutes, the longest house. Fear factor of 5. Scariest house here. It's half blackout and half story house. The scariest thing in the house is you're walking through the main witch's house and she has storage boxes, and inside the boxes you hear babies start crying. And the wall next to you falls on you.
Which actually got him good.
Lighting 5. Perfect lighting in this house. When there was lighting, if they did the lighting like this for the other houses, they would have got 5s too. Makeup 5. The makeup was amazing, and here nothing looked weird and nothing looked out of place. Immersion of 5. You felt like you were really walking through the 1800s. So everything from the smells to the stuff in your face, you felt really immersed. Intensity of 5. Very, very scary house. Actors didn't fuck around. The effects didn't even mess around. But that whiteout room, sheesh, that was the roughest whiteout room I've been in. I like whiteout rooms.
Me too. They're different.
Mm-hmm. Scenes of 5. Very beautiful house, especially when you first walk into the church. The witch's garden was beautiful. Sound music of 5. Everything from the music to the sound effects scared the hell out of you. Even the floor creak sounded realistic. Special effects of 5. Amazing. They had walls falling on you, floors caving in, people flying and levitating. They had a similar scene to Brighton when you're walking through the hallway and the windows. The hallway.
Oh yeah, I love that hallway.
Well, now there's another hall with that hallway.
Yeah.
Well, for Scream-A-Geddon, the windows are on both sides, and when they burst you, you get wet, and the actors have jumping out of the window.
Oh wow, that's really intense.
That's different. Overall, 5. His third favorite scene, the whiteout room. This was probably the best whiteout room this year. Heavy on the fog, heavy on the strobes, heavy on everything. Second favorite scene was walking into the witch's main lair and watching her start to levitate, and then one of her children coming out from under her and scaring the hell out of you. Jesus. First favorite scene, the babies in the boxes. Just a fucking creepy ass scene. Hearing the babies crying and then the walls falling on you, just an amazing scene.
American Airlines?
Yeah, for real. All right, we're going into Breach, the last attraction. All right. Breach, actors 4. Not a lot of actors in this one, but the ones that were there were really good. Duration, another 10-minute house. So it's 5.
I like when the actors can touch you.
Fear factor of 5. Pretty scary with the touching, but if you don't get touched, it's not scary at all. Lighting, a 4.3.
Look at this smiley
I'm
face.
gonna fucking kill him.
4.3.
I'm gonna turn him into a Halloween prop.
4.3.
It caused me to drink. 4. Could have been better. Makeup and costumes. Only problem with the makeup is it didn't follow the story at all. They're supposed to be half human, half plants. They were all human with cuts on their face. Immersion of 5. When I was getting my x-ray done, I had a strobe go off in my face. Then I got hit in the face with fog. Me and the lab tech looked at my x-ray and I have a mushroom growing in my head. Well, I could have told you that. The damn video. Must be mushroom fucking brain. 10 years. And don't say YouTube's new. We've been on YouTube for 4 years. I give him a course on sitting the fuck still.
Oh my god, I can't.
Intensity, a 5. Only intense because of the touching. Scenes of 4. Opening scene was cool when you walk into the house, but everything was just a haunt. Sound of Music of 5. Amazing music throughout the house. Special effects of 5. Some of the best effects was the giant spinning wheel that comes shooting at you and the whiteout maze. And they got some shit coming at you in this haunt.
Right.
Attraction overall 4.6. Could have been a lot better, but the way how it looked, it was like they were getting ready to replace it. Oh, John's starting rumors. Third favorite scene, nothing else stuck out to him. Second favorite scene was getting my x-ray taken and getting shot in the face with fog. First favorite scene, the whiteout maze. All right, let's get into the final scoring video and finalize Scream-A-Geddon. Activities 5, hatchet throwing, zombie paintball, gift shop, and midway games. Oh, my kind of midway.
Yep.
Atmosphere really can make the night out of it. Hanging out there, beer gardens, food trucks, games, that's a whole piece. Value came in at a 2. 2.
2.
2. All right, so
Wow.
on the website, tickets were $54.95 plus $25 for parking.
Wow.
That's extreme. That's $76.95 for 40-minute haunt time and then 14 minutes extra. So that's $1.42 a minute. That's a little pricey. Little pricey.
Holy cow.
$25 parking, I'm out. For 5 I'm not paying $25 for parking outside of an amusement park. It's not happening.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Uber to Scream-A-Geddon. Then it's kind of worth it. Because then you're at $1 a minute.
Depends on how much an Uber is.
That's true too. I forgot about that. Because then you got to Uber back.
Yep.
Have mommy drop you off. Even if you're a grown man. That's 25.
I don't
Ooh.
think we've ever. I think
The most we paid is $5.
$5 for parking.
Right, and most of that went to cancer at Frightland,
Right.
and at Valley it goes to the sports kids.
Right.
So
it goes to a charity.
$25. God damn.
Wow.
I'm not getting on that plane now. On an attraction overall score was a 4.66, giving it all a 4.33. They charge $17 to $25 for parking. $25 is if you get the VIP parking. I would recommend coming here every other year because they change an attraction or two. I also recommend getting fast passes because even though they went on a Sunday, there was a solid 400 people in line. But we were talking to one of the bartenders, and she said the night before we went to that park, there was a total of 1,500 people at one time.
Wow.
So VIP is definitely worth the money. We walked through everything 3 times, so they get to keep going and going and going.
Right. At least you can go.
First time was general admission, second time was VIP, and then whatever we wanted to do after that, we just waited on the general line. So it was a really fun night. So he's glad he went. So 17 to 25, that's still 2. Nope.
No.
Nope. 7. Anything over 5 is ridiculous for parking. It's not a casino.
Right. You're not going to a concert or a football game.
Well, you kind of are. But to me, it's too much. This is our concert and our football games.
I mean, football games, you pay more.
Oh, you pay like $80 to park at an NFL game. All right, but that's Scream-A-Geddon. John sounds like he had a blast. It sounds like a killer haunt. So if you guys are in the area, check out Scream-A-Geddon. I want to be a body bag.
I know. It is cool. And then I like how when the walls cave in.
Oh, to add a new haunt, we would pay that parking any damn way, but still, I think it's too expensive. All right, this has been Halloween Haunts 365. We got a lot more to cover. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and comment. Say what you guys think about Scream-A-Geddon.
Bye.
We'll see you guys out there.